Hey Hawkeye fans, let's talk a little bit about the Iowa men's basketball team's upcoming game versus the Prairie View A&M Panthers out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. PV is 3-3 overall, but two of their three wins have actually come against non-Division I opponents. The Panthers are one of the favorites this year to go and compete for the title in the SWAC. They are a short, fast, and athletic team that play an up-tempo style of basketball. They're not a terribly good shooting team, but they do shoot a ton of shots. They run a 3-guard and 2 forward set, but sometimes you'll see them out on the floor with 4 guards actually. They average on the year about 73 points per game on 42% shooting. They are one of the nation's worst free throw shooting teams. As far as defense goes, Prairie View is going to mix it up. They do quite different things on the defensive end. They'll throw in a full court press. They'll go man to man, 3/4 court. They'll also throw in some zone. They're good on the ball as far as pressure goes by the individuals, but overall they will allow teams to score points against them. Some of the players that I think you're going to want to watch for this PV team. Senior Christopher Jones is arguably one of the better combo guards in the SWAC. Unfortunately, he's been missed the last 3 games, I believe, with an injury. He's questionable for this one. The other guy to look at would be their senior power forward. He was a JUCO transfer last year, Darnell Hujay. He's extremely athletic and long, a terrific rebounder, very good leaper. He's the preseason defensive player of the year for the SWAC. However, he does tend to foul quite a bit. Last year, he fouled out of 10 games, and this year he's already fouled out 3 of the 6 games thus far. He averages 13 points a game and 6.5 boards. The guy that I actually like the best on this Prairie View team is their sophomore point guard, Michael Griffin Jr. He's listed as 5'8", but he's actually closer to being around 5'5" or 5'6". He's a very fun guy to watch. Very fiery, lightning quick. He's got good handles and a good passer. He can get in the lane. He's very fun to watch in the transition game, get up and down the court very quickly. But he can also hit the outside shot. I think this year he's shooting around 26% from the three-point range, but he's actually a better three-point shooter than that. He averages about 12 points a game and 3 assists. As I said earlier in this preview, PV shoots 42% and scores about 73 points per game, but that's not totally accurate because those averages are actually including those non-Division I teams. If you take out those 2 games that they played, they're actually shooting 36.5 on 91 out of 249 shooting. They're only shooting 31.5% from three-point range and only 40% from inside the arc. And if you also take out those games, they're only scoring 62 points per game, so that's more than 11 points difference if you take out those other games. Key to the game for the Iowa Hawkeyes is going to be to rebound the ball, keep Prairie View off the glass. Another one I like to see is the transition defense in this one. As I said, they're up-style tempo team, so Iowa's going to want to try to stop the transition defense. Iowa needs to get back on D, basically. They're not going to be able to crash too much of the offensive boards, so they want to get back on defense. And the last one, and the most important one in my opinion, would be their aggressiveness. As you saw in the Virginia Tech game, when Iowa plays aggressive, they're a much better ball game. Prairie View is a very scrappy, high-energy team, so if Iowa doesn't keep the pace on the energy level, they got a chance to make big trouble against Iowa in this one, I guess. Prairie View does. On offense, Iowa needs to be the aggressor. That's the bottom line. If Iowa's not aggressive, they're not going to get it done. They need to attack, and they look better when they do attack. If you look at the Pomeroy ratings in this one, Prairie View is sitting right there at about 150, 148. That's actually about 65 spots ahead of the Iowa Hawkeyes. I predict Iowa to be somewhere about a 10-point favorite in this one. I don't know. The line's not out yet. And if I have to go to prediction on this one, I'd have to go with Iowa 68, Prairie View A&M 59.